Hello guys, my name is Swartz and this is One Piece discussion slash theory about Roronoa Zoro and his Conqueror's Haki. Now first of all, I'm gonna apologize for my laptop breathing so loudly and not allowing me to make a proper video, but well, what can I do? So now let's get to the topic. Some people say Zoro does not have Haki at all. Some people say Zoro has Haki and cannot use it. What I say is that Zoro has Haki and he can use it, and I know many people would agree. Now, if you're a skeptic, let me prove you wrong. I have 5 points which proves that Zoro has Conqueror's Haki and is able to use it properly. Now first, let's remember Zoro and Luffy clashing in that filler episode. Yeah, it was filler, but still. Just bear that in mind that when Zoro and Luffy clashed, it caused the same effect, the lightnings and clouds and stuff, that other people clashing with Conqueror's Haki have. Like Shanks and Whitebeard when they clashed. Remember the clouds, the heavens split. And also when Luffy and Don Jinjiao clashed, it caused the same thing to happen. Just bear that in mind. It was not the same thing, but it was really similar to that. So just bear that in mind. Next, let's continue to Saboti Archipelago. I'm pronouncing that wrong, but never mind that. On Saboti, Zoro practically used his Conqueror's Haki. He was confronted by a lot of people, a lot of pirates, and he could fight his way through it, but all he did was he just raised his head and he used Conqueror's Haki. He had those Conqueror's Haki eyes, and he struck fear into his enemies' hearts. Like they were afraid. And fear is the first step of Conqueror's Haki. Like after fear there comes probably knocking out. But if you can make your opponent afraid without laying a finger on them, that is Conqueror's Haki right there, ladies and gentlemen. Next, here come the important points, more important points, like after time skip, when they enter new world, when he can already use his Conqueror's Haki. Now on Saboti that was unintentional, he did not do it intentionally, it was an accident. But after time skip, I believe Zoro can use his Conqueror's Haki whenever he wants. And let me prove it. First of all, let's talk about Punk Hazard. He used his Conqueror's Haki, but that was also unintentional with Dragon. Remember when he clashed with Vegapunk's Dragon, he emitted that shockwave, the blue shockwave that Conqueror's Haki users emit when they use it, and if that shockwave passes through you, you get knocked out. That's what he did, and the dragon started fainting. Yeah, it did not faint, but it started to. So that was one Conqueror's Haki moment. And the other one, more important one, was when he froze Monet. What do I mean when I say froze? He just made her afraid of him. She was so afraid and terrified that she could not move. She was frozen. And when he cut her down without armor and Haki, she's a Logia, but she could not join herself back because she was afraid. Now that is Conqueror's Haki right there. And Zoro did that intentionally. Why? So you may ask why. But I'll say that Zoro knew that she would be afraid and would not be able to attack him. That's why he cut her down without armor and Haki and just turned her back on her. Because he knew she would be afraid, because he did it intentionally. Now what's more important about all of this Conqueror's Haki moments is, and most of the theory makers out there seem to miss this part, but on Fishman Island, when they were fighting the Hody Jones and his army, there were 100,000 men, and Luffy just steps out and knocks out 50,001 of them. Okay? And Zoro says something like, even if you did, if you didn't even have that, then I would have to become the captain of the Straw Hat Pirates. Now what he meant, like some of you may say that he meant, you don't have not armor, but Conqueror's Haki, I don't have Conqueror's Haki, then I would be able to beat you, therefore I would have to become the captain. But it's Zoro we're talking about, right? he respects Luffy, he knows Luffy is strong, and he would not say something like that. What he actually meant was that if Luffy did not have Conqueror's Haki while Zoro had it, he would be superior to Luffy. That would be the reason for Zoro to be more compatible with the captain spot than Luffy. And well, of course he was joking, but that joke implies that he does have Conqueror's Haki. And my last point, last but not the least, Zoro's similarities with the Rayleigh. Well, the first one and obvious, the Rayleigh, the Gold Roger's right-hand man, Gold Roger Pirate King. Luffy, supposed Pirate King in the future, his right-hand man Zoro. The next one and more important is that Zoro's and Rayleigh's scars are pretty similar. Zoro has the scar on the left eye, Rayleigh has it on the right eye. Zoro has the scar on chest, which Mihawk gave him. Rayleigh also has scar on the chest. They're symmetrical. If you put them side by side, they are symmetrical. So, you know what could make them more similar? Both of them having all three colors of Haki. And I think that is the case. Zoro should have all three colors of Haki. Now, these are my opinions. Now, let's just make a quick rundown. Luffy and Zoro clashing caused the same effect that would cause two Conqueror's Haki wielders to clash. Zoro used it on Sabaody when some random pirates surrounded him. 3. He said on Fishman Island that even if Luffy did not have Conqueror's Haki, he would be the captain. He would have to become the captain. 4. He used it on Punk Hazard twice. And 5. He is so similar to Rayleigh that I think he will kinda inherit. This is not inheriting, but that also from him. Like, that will be the next similarity that he has for Rayleigh. That's all about Zoro and Conqueror's Haki for now. If you have some ideas, leave them in the comments below. And thank you for watching. Peace.